Guys, it's time. Kennesaw State versus Middle Tennessee State in our home matchup again. We are looking to go to 5-0 at home here against the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee. We're wearing the all gold unis this time, as this is going to be one of the last home games of the season. We have one more left against Louisiana Tech a little later on in the season, but this one is going to be not a gimme. I mean, they took us down to the wire last week. They're sitting at 4-3 on the season. We are 7-0 currently, but we beat them last year 38-32. So it was a close game down to the end. We'll see if we're a little bit better against them this year, as we've got quite a bit of wind over here in Kennesaw, 12 miles an hour to be exact, out to the side, as we will kick this one away, and they're going to need it to start this game. So Nicholas Vatatio, he's the same guy as last year. Still couldn't pronounce him then, still can't pronounce him now, but we'll see how he does against us, as we're going to set up some of our adjustments on defense. It looks like they're going 3 wide, so we'll just go with a nice little cover 4 quarters look just to kind of start this game. We're looking to see if Mylau Fox can continue his dominance on defense. He has really surged lately as one of our better defensive players, and that's a good run up the middle. Jaquale Middlebrook getting a nice 10-yard carry. We got to put a stop to that early. We have to set the tone and show them that we're not going to be run on all day long. Baron Hobson's going to cheat up a little bit, but they get to the edge and get another 4 yards. I think that means we're going to send it. We're going to send some pressure, see if we can get in his face, cause something to be awry there, and we'll get the sack. Donovan Westmoreland and Mylau Fox get in there and blow up that play. Great play call on the play action. There was just no time at all. Can we see that replay? Mylau Fox just getting in there, but that's not Mylau Fox at all. That is Donovan Westmoreland, so I hope that doesn't count as a sack for Mylau Fox. I think it did. Did it actually count as a sack for him? Because they don't look similar. Okay, they are not the same person. Defensive. Okay, I don't know why it gave half a sack to Mylau Fox. Did Mylau Fox even touch him? So here's Mylau Fox, if you didn't know. Number 91. Donovan Westmoreland, number 96. Donovan comes in here and sacks the QB. Here's Mylau Fox. He goes over and tackles the running back. And Mylau Fox, number 91, gets half a sack credit for that. All right. Well, that's weird. But, anywho, it's 3rd and 11. Let's see if our defense can get a stand. They're going to run the ball on a little fake. Oh, my goodness. That is an insane run. Middlebrook is gone. Just demolishing both safeties up the middle. He just completely ran over Jam Warren. And he is going to the crib. That is such a disgusting play from Middle Tennessee. We had him on a 3rd and long. We even did a pass commit. We really were not expecting the run. They ended up doing a draw play and just beating us with it. Great blocking up front. And wow. Yeah, Jam Warren just got completely beat. And wow, is he so much faster than Jordan Young. Literally, he has a 10, 15-yard gap already. So they're going to go for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And 45 seconds into the game, just like that, it's 7-zip Middle Tennessee. Like I said, this game is not going to be a gimme, but this is an important one for us. We win this game, we could be ranked. Tykeem Wallace is almost free. He needed a little bit more speed or one more guy to go, and I think, who's 22? Is that Tavares? Tavares Jones is injured on the kick return. Why is he out there? Tylon Dunlap last week, his pulled groin, he's out for 4 weeks. That's not ideal. But this is a big blow. If Tavares Jones is down, that is, well, I really hope that's not a long injury, because right now we have Benyard out there. And yeah, this could be not good. This could be really not good. Tavares Jones, bruised knee, high injury risk. I think we got to put in Juan Kindred. it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate, but I think we have to put in Juan Kindred. We can't risk. We're at 7-0 right now. You know, if we risk losing, that's a okay run. We get to 3rd and 5, but I mean, if we end up losing him for the season because of playing him against Middle Tennessee State, that's going to be, apparently he's in here right now, but it's going to be a big, big loss for us. Going to get a little bit of a block, but we need to make sure he is not in this game. So I'm going to go do that real quick. All right, well, so we took him out. So we're going to have the backup in, and we're just going to have to get some more. Oh, that's unfortunate. We had a guy, too, but we're just going to have to get a lot more production from other departments is basically what we're going to have to do. Because, I mean, we have a little bit of depth. You know, especially at running back, we have a little bit of depth. And Benyard is going to get a nice gain on that little screen pass. Getting a couple yards out of it. We'll take that. I don't know why offensive coordinator wants us to just go crazy with the 4 verts on 3rd and 4. Apparently that's the play. Oh my goodness, what a move. The truck from Juan Kindred. He is the one. Absolutely insane, just delivering the punishment in that hit on that corner. We'll go right back to him. Gets a little bit of a move, just puts his foot in the dirt and gets 3. Gotta just find ways to move the ball. That's pretty much what it is. You know, we have receivers. Nathan Leacock, for instance, he's gonna get a nice 1st down completion. And we are just slowly moving the ball. It's a matter of sometimes you just got to find the unlikely hero who's going to be able to step up and do what you need to do. And Juan Kindred again, just moving the pile, another 5 yards. And we'll try a little bit of a drive concept here. I like the idea of this. I feel like I just want you to post right away, though, instead of a little bit later on. And that all could have been a touchdown, just a second longer, and that would have been nice, but we just weren't able to get it off. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. 3rd and 5. Gets the pass off. Kindred's got it again. Going to fight to the 1-yard line. A huge play from Juan Kindred. Can we get him to push it into the end zone and extend this drive to get points? Gonna be a perfect play call for the little weak side run, and Juan Kindred is in there, and we're gonna tie this thing up just like that. Let's go. Extra point is up, and it is good. Kennesaw State draws even. The crowd, look at that. It's getting a little bit more full. We're starting to slowly get more and more fans coming into the attendance here to see your Owls get another victory and see if they could become a ranked team for the first time in their program history. Defensively, we're going to have to cook something else up here. They weren't doing well, but then they all of a sudden ran all over us right when they needed to. And Jaquel Middlebrook's going to get another little draw play, but we learned this time, and we kept some people home, and it worked out for us. I think we're going to send another blitz here on 2nd down. I'm assuming they're going to do either play action or some sort of quick pass. So this could be a perfect call for it. They did actually run the ball, and it didn't work out too well for them as they're only going to get about 3 yards there. So good tackle. And let's see what we want to bring up this time. Going back to their 4 wide, so we will go with a little bit of cover 2 man. See if we can throw some man coverage at them. See if we can get them to make a mistake. On 3rd down and 7. It is a throw, and that was a dangerous throw. Sidney Porter was right there, too, to lay a huge hit on him, but just still completes it. Finding ways to move the chains. That's what Middle Tennessee's doing right now, and we need to put a stop to it. They are just finding ways to keep the drive alive. Another draw. They have been so effective for them today. I've never seen a team that's been so good at the draw. I think here we're going to blitz. I think that's probably our opportunity here. think we try to send some people, and we will get there, but they get the first. Barely able to squeeze past it and pick up the first. Moving the ball to about midfield now. Going to run the ball off again. It's the backup running back this time, and he's going to get 12 yards and a first down. Just completely wide open running lanes against the Owls right now, as there's just been nobody there to stop anyone. First and 10. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran the ball again. Looks like they will. They cut back up field and get 5 yards out of it. We just need to send the blitz. I feel like we need to send this mid-blitz, and maybe we'll press our people, pinch everything down, just in case they do something else there. It is a run up the middle, and he is not going anywhere. They're going to lose a yard. Great job, Kai Stokes, getting in there that time and making the difference. It's 3rd and 6. Going to have a quick throw, and it's intercepted by Jericho Washington. Another interception for Jericho. He is leading the team, and it's not even close in interceptions. I don't even know how many he has at this point. I want to say that was his 6th pick of the season. Like, that's crazy. Great job from him to be able to cut that route up and just take it back. So, there we go. Starting the ball on offense again. They were driving pretty well, too. So, this is real good for us, as Kindred's going to get a nice little run. Only gets about 2 yards. Hard-fought 2 yards, for sure. But we'll see what we can pick up here. I think we're going to have to go back to the air. I want to see if we can get Nathan Leacock in space. You know, oh, that's not going to be good. We're just going to get sacked. There's nothing doing on that one, and it's just going to bring up a 3rd and 18. We ended up having to wait too long. They really had everything covered. It was covered well, too. And, oh, we would have had an open man to Connor Finer, but just did not have the time to get that one off. And it's going to be a broken play and a 3 and out. So we'll be punting it away. Oh, they didn't try to dive for it. They normally try to dive for it. That could have been a free penalty for us, but maybe they fixed the game now. Looks like they're going pretty heavy with the wing flex. So we're going to go a little heavy to match. And we're going to bring our guys down because we expect it to be a run. It is a run. Just still gets 9 yards. He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. This guy is an absolute beast. From Georgia, the sophomore. I mean, we have to fight against this guy for 2 more seasons after this. I am not looking forward to that. Not at all, by any means. It's 2nd down and 1. It is a play-action fake. They find the open man, and why wouldn't they find the open man? Everyone thought they were going to run the ball because they've been running the ball every single play. But there we go. We'll go back to 1st and 10. They have the ball again. Another play-action fake. That one's going to get picked off. A user pick. Jam Warren read that from the beginning, and he is going to take that thing back to about the 30-yard line. An excellent play from Jam to be able to read that and get the pick. No one was fooled by that play-action fake, and he was able to bait them to throw that post route over the middle. Jam Warren making plays. Another interception against Vitayo. Guess it's time to go with the good old power option. Maybe not, though. I feel like, you know what? It's probably time to go with the slants play. Because I feel like every time they're set up like this, we have a decent chance if we can get the pass off. Gonna throw it. It is caught for a 1st down. Connor Finer getting that. I like it. Every time they come out in that, like, cover 1, cover 3 look, like this one looks like it's more zone. So I imagine we should be able to just get the pitch off quick. Gets the pitch off quick. The block was not held at all from Benyard, and we're basically right back to where we were. We end up losing a yard, and now it's 2nd down. Going to throw that one, and he just couldn't get it over the linebacker. We really tried to see if we could squeeze that one in there, but no luck, and it looks like we're going back to apparently another 4 verts play, basically, as we're going to try to see if we can stretch the field. Looks like they're pressing Bohannon on that one side, means it might be cover 6. Looks like it is cover 6. We can fall down on it. Great job, Christian Moss. He probably actually could have taken that to the house, but we just wanted to be safe and get the catch. He will get it, and we're going to move the chains. A huge catch from Christian Moss. Good play from Ethan Vasco to set that one up, as Benyard's going to get about 3 yards on the run. Not too much here so far running the ball on offense. As we might just take that thing to the end of the first quarter. I think that's probably the move. We'll take this to the second quarter, tied 7 apiece here in Georgia. As another close game looks like down the stretch for us, as we just really have not been super successful on offense so far. Only 8 yards rushing, had to punt the ball away. They're moving the ball really, really well. They just aren't capitalizing on their possessions, and I think that's potentially what might be their Achilles heel here. Our defense has been getting the takeaways, which has been very, very important for us to be able to come out for this potential to take the lead. And Kindred's going to plow over 2 guys, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Can we see a replay on that? That was insane. Juan Kindred just asserting his dominance as we see that play up at the top corner of the screen. Just running over people and stiff-arming the linebacker out of the way to get him some room to run the football. As we're down to the 2-yard line, it is time to punch it in. Could this be the one? This is the one, and we are in for a touchdown. Juan Kindred getting his 2nd score of the day, and we are up 14-7. We will kick it away as defense wins championships, and right now we're playing a pretty good brand of defense with the takeaways. Not really the yards, but the takeaways have been on our side today. So we'll see if we can continue to keep that going. We're going to come out again in a little cover 4 action. I feel like it's nice for the run defense. It's also pretty solid against the pass as well. And that is a huge hit. Kai Stokes just laying some huge hit on Jakale a second time. I think he already popped him once earlier. And I feel like we just need to get some collisions on this guy. I mean, he's too effective right now running the ball. Getting a play action. Oh, that's wide open. I don't know who was supposed to be on the tight end, but literally nobody was on him, and he was completely wide open. So another lapse in coverage from the defense as we got to consistently play well. We either consistently play well or we consistently play bad. We're very up and down. It was 2nd and inches. I feel like we send this and hope it's a run. Looks like it's a RPO when he holds on to it. That was a nice hit on the tight end from Jam Warren right after he made the catch. But he's able to hold on to it. Try a little bit of cover 3 this time, but we're going to press because we want everyone to play a little bit closer than they are. That's just wide open running room, and Middlebrook's going to take advantage of it for another 7 yards. I mean, if they literally just want to run the ball all day long, I think that it'll be quite successful for them. We have not been successful in stopping this run yet. And that is another good run, and they're going to get the first down. Dave Halterman. I feel like that name sounds familiar. Is that one of the guys that we went after in recruiting? I don't know. It kind of sounds familiar. He is a freshman, so it could have been. But 1st and 10. Going to run the ball again, and Barron Hobson shoots the gap, and he's going to lose 4. Excellent, excellent coverage from Barron Hobson, as that is the play we needed, really, to just do something to break up their momentum here. As they're going to do it again, and it's another loss. A 2-yard loss. Now here's where we go with our palms look. 3rd and 16. They have a complete miscue. Throws it right to Jam Warren. I don't know where that was going, but it was most certainly not going to a receiver. Because Jam Warren just picked that off out of the air. It was literally, it must have been such a bad accuracy throw, as the pressure must be getting to him, because that's his 2nd interception for Jam Warren. Look how far away this pass was to a receiver. I don't know if it was an early throw. I think the receiver looked like he was going to break outside, and he just threw it too early, apparently. But hey, I mean, we will take that every day of the week. Let's go. Here's another run. Try to cut up field. Gabe's just not fast enough, as we're going to end up losing 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long. See what we can do in the more mediocre play here. That's just going to be nothing, and it's a sack to the 3-yard line. Terrible, terrible play. Just nobody open. I mean, absolutely blanketed. This might be a little risky, going for a pass on this play. But I feel like the way that they're set up could be good. And he's going to drop it. It was a good throw, but just dropped it after the hit. Maybe it wasn't the best throw. I mean, it was a solid throw. It was enough that it could have been a completion. But it wasn't the best throw in the world, so it ended up being a tough play to manage, as they're going to return it and get absolutely jacked from 27. I think it's Torres. So, all right. Well, it looks like they're going to be back on offense in pretty great field position, to be honest, as that is going to be a good play. It should have been a TFL, but he ends up breaking the tackle and getting some yards after the catch. Moving us over here now to a 2nd down and 8. So we're going to try to play a little bit more underneath. We need to account for the run, as he's going to break a tackle and then end up getting another TFL. It's a 2-yard loss on the play. And, okay, it looked like for a minute Middlebrooks potentially could have been injured, but he's not injured. He was just very upset with himself for getting that TFL, which is fine. That's rightfully so. And that looks like it's going to be a screen pass, and it is not going anywhere. Barron hops in there to get the stop, and it looks like they're trying for a field goal here. This is quite a long field goal for their kicker. And not a gimme by any means, as that is long enough. He hit the pole. Wow, he had enough leg by actually quite a bit. They probably could have done even further with that, which is actually quite impressive. All right, looks like we're going to go back to the ground game then. Looks like some zone coverage. Yep, that's the move. And that is just a run up the middle, and we'll get 5 yards. 2-1 Kindred. Haven't really tried much of this power run game. I kind of like the idea of this, especially if we can get a blocker over here in motion. Get somebody out here to the side, gets the blocker ahead of him, and he gets a nice 4-yard carry. It's 3rd and 1. Gotta find something here quick. I think we just go for a little dive up the middle. Might be able to double team that D tackle. Just get him out of the play and give Juan Kindred the opportunity to push the pile. He didn't get it. It's 4th and inches. I feel like we're kind of in no man's land. I feel like, honestly, we got to go for it here. We're probably just going to do a QB sneak. It's 4th and inches. I mean, we should be able to just get this thing. And he gets it by a mile. Good run from Ethan Vasco to pick it up. And we're going to keep the chains moving. I feel like that's the move there. We don't want to turn the ball. We don't want to punt the ball away in this situation. We really need to just continue to milk clock and put points up here. This is home. We don't want to give them an opportunity or something that they can build off of here before the half. And Juan Kindred is now done. I mean, we're losing running backs like crazy. I'm glad we have 3 running backs deep, because we're going to run out of them all by the end of it. Getting closer and closer now to the 2-minute warning. We're going to try something a little different. We're going to see if we can get Christian Moss over here in motion. See if we can get him that run. Going to get some nice running space, and Christian Moss is going to get upfield for a first. There is a flag, though. It looks like it's coming back. And Davion Weatherspoon just... Come on, man. We can't be doing that. Going to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be a 2nd and long setup now. So we're going to need to find a way to move the chains. 2nd down and 12. can throw the ball underneath to Christian Moss, who's going to get about 7 yards. We'll get Ethan Vasco up over 100 yards on the day, and it is 3rd and 5. See what we can do on the next setup here. I think we just want to get something nice and short over here. 3rd and 5. Throws it quick. And a good pass completion to Nathan Leacock. Get that first down. Keep the drive alive is the name of the game. I don't think we want to do any of these deep plays, but coordinator is really confident. He thinks 4 verts is the move. And can we just drop it off? We will drop it off to Benyard and get about 2 yards on there. Pressure was starting to come home. Needed to get rid of it. And we will, which will continue to move the chains and move the clock. 2nd down now. Gonna have pretty much a wide open receiver over here for Bohannon. He's gonna pick up a nice amount of yards. We're gonna be able to keep this drive going. Down to about a minute left here. I want to put this guy on a little bit better of a corner. We'll try to turn him down just a bit. Get that in there and give him a little seam route. There we go. That'll work. Gonna throw. Just push him upfield and get the first down. Nice little play for Christian Moss. Just finding ways to buy him some space. Keep moving the clock. I think we need to go with a run play here. I've had quite a bit of passing in the last few plays. Switch it up a little bit and get a good run for Benyard as he's going to get a nice couple yards. It's a nice 4 yards. Going back to the air. Offensive coordinator really does not want us to run the ball at all. But it's going to be completely wide open. Should be able to. Oh, it's 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. We just need a little inside run. Yeah. Just kind of walk this down a little bit. Down to maybe 10 seconds or so. Get that down there, and it's a touchdown for DJ Scott, I think. Or is that Quay Ashley? I think it's DJ Scott. One of those two. Yeah, it's DJ Scott. So DJ Scott getting the touchdown, putting us up by 2 scores. And that is huge. Only 8 seconds remaining. That should solidify. We're going to be going in there with a pretty decent lead. As hopefully they just run the clock out and move on to the half. But knowing the AI, they're probably going to air this thing out and have a high chance of scoring. So we'll see what we can do as we just completely whiff on that. Well, it's going to take off 4 seconds of clock, so hey, we'll take that. I've been burnt with this before, so we're going straight to prevent defense. And looks like they are in the knee formation, so we will be going to the half. But at the half, can't complain, can't complain. I mean, 21-7, defense playing real well. 3 interceptions so far in the first half. Haven't really had many sacks. They didn't really have 1 sack, but their running back has been really gashing us. So not ideal as far as that goes, and we really need to pick up our run game as well. Kindred's been doing well, but he is now wear and tear is getting to him. Wear and tear is getting to Tavares. So we just don't have a lot left here. But that run right there from Middlebrook was absolutely phenomenal. Just completely demolished us. Other than that play, though, the defense has been keeping everything in front of them, which is very, very nice to see. That play really could have been a touchdown to Christian Moss, but we try to just be safe with it. We'll see how it does, though, in the second half, as we are going to start with the ball. Getting a score here could really, really put a lot of pressure on them, considering how well our defense has been playing. So that will be the plan, as we are going to start at about the 22-yard line on the first drive here of the second half. Again, sitting at 7-0. We have a couple players here at a visit. We have 2 players visiting in this game, and getting a nice dominant win would go a long way in really shaping up the rest of this class. Because I feel like a handful of these players could commit right after this game. I'm going to try a little bit of play action. I don't know if we're just going to get sacked immediately from this, but at least we have an open man. We're able to hit Connor Finer, and he is able to get a nice about 15 yards or so on that play. So we love that for sure. We'll see if we can continue the madness here on the next play. So we're going to try a little different of a play setup here. I don't know how well this is going to work. But it looks like he has some space ahead of him, and he's going to push it to Christian Moss. He drops it. Christian Moss, he had the play and just dropped it. It was right in his hands, too. I feel like I got to look at that. Throws the ball deep. Christian Moss, oh my gosh, man. Literally hit him right there, and he just drops it. He heard footsteps, but Ethan Vasco put that right where it needed to go. That was a really solid pass. And that is going to be a throw, and it's caught for Blake Bohannon. It's going to be all the way to the end zone. Blake Bohannon gets a huge touchdown score over top of the defense on the play action fake. And it's 28-7. I mean, I was not expecting that. I saw the safety bite down super hard, and Ethan Vasco was able to just throw a dart. It wasn't maybe the best placement of ball throw that he could have, because I feel like if that safety's a little bit better, that really could have been picked. But the safety just was a little frazzled from biting too hard that he didn't get his head around fast enough, and it ended up being a turnover. And that could be picked, and it's an incomplete pass. Just a drop ends up being. Second down. We're going to press. We're going to play up in their face. It's second down. We're going to blitz. We want to send a message here. That is a nice catch to the tight end over the middle. And it looks like they're going to go no huddle. So we're going to go back to some zone coverage because we don't want to blitz that much. Try to pump up that crowd a little bit. See if we can get them back involved in the action. It's a run to the running back. And he's going to get another 6 yards. Just so much room. Whenever Middlebrook wants to run the ball, they run the ball. Like, they are effective when he's trying to run the ball. So apparently, I don't know how this is no huddle since we selected a play. But it is no huddle, apparently. Just so you guys are aware, that was no huddle. They're going to run the ball. And throw it. Wow, there's two guys right there. Milo Fox is all the way out there in coverage. Not really sure about that. Not really sure about that. Don't know why you were out in coverage there, good sir. Because they're going to run the ball, and Middlebrook gets about 3 yards. It really looked like way more than 3 on that, to be honest. It looked like more than 3. We're going to crowd this box, and I don't know how, but yeah, because apparently now Therese Hamilton is over here, and Milo Fox is covering this guy one-on-one. So I need to cover him, because that's going to be a big play. And that is a touchdown. Just the back juke torched everybody. See, I feel like that's what happened. I picked a play, and then they went no huddle randomly halfway through the play. And so we call that play, but we have that play with the current personnel. So it ends up putting Milo Fox on a receiver, which is a terrible idea. And just, I don't know who was covering who, and just a complete mismatch of everything. Kudos to that offensive coordinator for whatever scheme that was. That's highly effective. So if they want to win, they should keep doing that. But we're going to start at the 23. We got to find a scheme of our own. See if we can move the ball down the field. 1st and 10 then. Going to throw the ball, and it's caught to Christian Moss. Another about 15-yard pickup. As really it's been the passing attack this week, which is really obscure because we don't normally run a very pass-heavy offense. But really the pass has been what has been pretty effective for us so far in this game. Going to have an open gut. Oh, we just didn't get enough air under it, or else Finer could have had a huge gain on that corner route. He really toasted him on it. We'll see if we can get Christian Moss involved again. We're going to see if we can motion him over, get him the ball, not get a penalty, hopefully. Christian Moss fights for some yards, and he's up to 3rd and 7. I like this idea. What we got going on over here. Could be good. Throws it. Caught, and he holds on. Good catch, Christian Moss. Holding on to it this time, as he really should have held on to the last one, but he's going to hold on to this one. And we're going to move the chains past the 50 now. Going to run the ball to Benyard, and he's going to get a huge gain of 12 yards on the run. This has been a pretty effective style of offense. We're moving the ball pretty quick, mixing it up, calling some different plays. Looks like we're going to try that. Cuts back upfield to see if we can get something, and ends up turning 3 yards out of it. I feel like we would have gotten nothing had we have continued to go that same direction. So we will take that. Second down. I feel like we want to hit him with it. Want to hit him with the play action. See if we can get him with it. Gonna have it. Oh, it would have been a touchdown had we not have been hit out of throw. But we were. So it is third down. And they're always pressing Nathan Leacock for sure. I don't know why they press him so much. They really do. As that is going to be an open man to the corner. Touchdown, Nathan Leacock. We saw the cover 2 zone. And he hits him right where it hurts in the hole shot. As that is a touchdown for Nathan Leacock. Ethan Vasco just absolutely torching right now. Let's look at this play one more time. The sophomore Nathan Leacock just runs up the seam and takes that bullet pass perfectly placed between the corner and the safety so nobody can get to it. Because we really need to throw the ball for a lot of yards if we want to try to see if Nathan Leacock is not going to transfer out at the end of the year. That should be one of our goals here, especially in a game like this when Tavares Jones is not playing because of injury potential. You know, we got to sit him for some games if we're going to use him down the stretch. You know, yeah, it'd be nice for him to win a Heisman, but he already fell to second place in the Heisman, and at this point, their quarterback at Georgia is absolutely tearing it up. It's going to be tough to beat him regardless, so we need to just be safe and think about the longevity of this team and think about the run, because we have the potential to put up a pretty solid run this year. We've been playing well, winning the games we need to win, and playing well against the teams we should beat. And, you know, we need to continue that, and something that's going to mess that up is going to be us injuring somebody that doesn't need to get injured. So we got to play smart, and we will get a nice tackle there to bring up a third down. I think we're going to send some pressure here on 3rd and 7. We'll see how it does for him. See if we can get him a little frazzled. They get a little draw play, get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is another punt. Barron hops in there on the stomp. Barron's been an absolute legend in this season. Barron has really come on strong. Barron and Danellis Johnson, the 2 linebackers we have, they have potential. I mean, do they get drafted in the NFL? I'm not sure. But Tykeem Wallace has also got some potential for a nice return as he gets a huge gain up to the 39. And we'll see what happens on offense again, as I think we're going to send Christian Moss up on a little streak here. It looks like an open man. And it is Gabriel Benyard getting a huge gain for 20 yards on the pass completion. Excellent pitch and catch from Ethan Vasco to Gabriel Benyard. Really just love that combo. Oh, and it would have been a touchdown, but he got nailed. That was a fast blitz. Deshaun Elder got back there so quick, and we just weren't able to get the pass off as fast as we needed to. And it's going to be 2nd down now. Going to throw it over the middle. It's caught, and Connor Finer gets a 1st down, and we're down to 1st and goal at the 5-yard line now. Try to put DJ on a little flat route. Might be able to hit him quick. We can't, but it would have been a perfect pass. Just gets nailed immediately at that. I think what we need to do at this point is try a little jet touch pass. They've been decently successful for us. We're going to run the ball, and Christian Moss is going to make a man miss, and it's a touchdown for Christian Moss. A nice little stutter step, and he gets to the outside, and we put up some more points, as that's another one on the board. It's 42-14 here in Georgia as the route continues. Looks like they have about 4 wide here, but I'm gonna end up calling a blitz, I think, just to kind of keep them honest. Ended up being okay. They only get about 2 yards out of that. I feel like it could have been better, especially being man coverage. We might have been able to get in there and make a play. I'm gonna try a little double bracket. I've been liking this play a lot. Just depends on if we have the athletic corners to do it. And, oh no, the stutter step from their receiver gets him a nice couple yards, and it's 3rd and 3 now. as we're going to have to see if we can make a stop. I mean, defense has been playing well. Either way, you know, we have been doing what we need to do defensively. We just need to keep doing it. We need to build this team into a championship contending team, and defense is a solid aspect of it. So 1st and 10 then. On the next play, they're going to run the ball, and oh my goodness, just a wide open running room for Middlebrook as he's up to 136 yards on the ground today. I think we're playing underneath. We got to be a little bit more aggressive here with this, as that's just a wide open guy. Just wide open in the cover 4 zones, and they're going to get another 1st down. Moving the ball pretty much at will. What can we do to get a stop? And they're going to run the ball again up the middle. Why not? I mean, you should just continue to keep running the ball all day. It has been highly effective. You might as well keep doing it. And that is going to be play action fake. Throws it right at Sidney Porter, and it's a pick. Sidney's got some space. Just get out. Don't take the injury. But a huge play from Sidney Porter as we get our 4th takeaway from Nicholas in this game. He threw it right at him. I don't know if he was expecting him to be in a deep zone coverage, but we mixed it up and called a cover 3 blitz. And we're able to get him to throw it right at the safety, and Sidney Porter's going to get that pick. So 1st and 10 then. Going to have a completely wide open guy. And DJ Scott is going to power him through, and it's going to be all the way. He could go for a touchdown. A huge touchdown on the play action fake to DJ Scott. I'm sad they didn't give us a replay on that, but that was like 70 yards. That was insane. 68 yards to DJ Scott in the flat, and he just absolutely ran over the safety. I mean, you can't coach that. DJ Scott wants to be on the field. He's the 4th string running back. He's a sophomore, so he's going to probably see more playing time. But boy, did he not want to be denied in that one. He just went for it. And so, I mean, hey, you know what? Let's call another one here. Let's call a little blitz, get him a little thinking about it, and see what we can do on that. And that is going to be just smothered coverage from Jordan Young. He's going to get the catch, but he only gets a yard. This one's a little bit more different of a zone. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it is going to be, oh, it's caught for a huge gain, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Smiley Fox just not quite fast enough. That was probably not the best decision in the world. We tried a little bit of a trick play on defense, and it really came back to bite us. We can't do too many of those trick plays. It's just too easy to know you're doing a trick play. And they're going to have a nice pickup on the screen to Middlebrook. Gets 8 yards out of it. Bringing up a 2nd down and 2. This time I think we press, we play underneath, we get our guys out in space. And that is going to be a sack. Perfect job from Donovan Westmoreland to shoot the gap and get the sack. We need more of those. It's going to bring an end to the 3rd quarter as we are up. Ethan Vasco just spreading the ball around. Look at that, 9 targets for Connor Feiner. He's really come on strong so far in this season. He's actually in the running for one of the tight end award trophies at the end of the year. If he can continue to assert the playing style that he has been so far this season, I would not be surprised if he ended up taking home some hardware at the end of this year. But he's going to have to steal that from Georgia, as they're pretty much leading in like every single hole. My, completely wide open. That's a touchdown. I don't know who was supposed to be covering him, but nobody was. That is a wide open touchdown. I really want to see a replay on this to see who was supposed to be covering him. Because, yeah, those are all my exact expressions. I have no idea. Javonte Sherman. Oh, come on, show me the play a little earlier. What guy was supposed to be covering him? This is man coverage. Oh, I see what it was. So it's man coverage, and it was supposed to be Terez Hamilton. He didn't follow the receiver in man coverage. Must have thought it was zone. didn't follow him over and then had to run from the clear other side of the map to go get him, and it just was never going to work out, especially on a streak with motion. Yeah, that's excellent play call from Middle Tennessee State, and a big lapse defensively from Therese Hamilton, allowing that touchdown. So we got to clean that up. But look at Tykeem getting to the 22-yard line, making some things work here. We'll try to go back to the ground a little bit. DJ Scott, feed him the ball again after that big gain he had earlier. Just running over people for another 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Run the ball over with Benyard, and he's going to end up losing a yard. Looks like we're back in another passing situation. Ethan Vasco has done well so far in these situations. Going to need to do well again, though. Going to have potentially a guy, he just didn't throw enough under it, and it's incomplete. Chris Johnson gets over there to get the deflection, but Christian Moss had a step. He had more than a step. That could have been a huge gain. And that is going to be a okay punt. Oh, a good bounce. Gets out at the 28-yard line. Not the best, but not the worst either. So I'm going to make them have to go a long way for it. So we'll take that. We like when they have to travel the field for quite some time. As it is 1st down, and the diving effort from Therese Hamilton, just a complete 1st down catch. Really can't have him in coverage. Therese just sometimes ends up being a liability in coverage. It's going to be nice to have him not have to be that slot guy next year, potentially, with some of these other guys, and it's going to be a pick 6. Jordan Young is going to get the 5th interception of the game. And it's all the way back for a 51-yard pick 6. Take a bow, young man. That is a huge play defensively for him. Just busting the score completely wide open. Looks like the backup quarterback's in too. They must have the backups in at this point. It's probably not a bad idea. Probably what we should do also, as that is gonna pretty much effectively end this one. We'll do the extra point and we'll throw the backups in, as we're going to miss it. That's great. So 1st and 10. Trying to do mass sub backups, but that's a sack. Wow, a huge play. Donovan Westmoreland just completely ran straight through there for a sack. So 2nd down and 14. I'm not sure if the mass subs worked or not, because I hit the button for it, but I don't know if it actually put in any of the backups. Maybe I'll try it again. It says mass sub starters though, so like if I put in starters and then do it, now will it be all the backups? Gonna say no, but we'll see what happens, as they will throw that, and wow, what a catch. Jordan Young really hit him right away. So now back at coaching again. See, now it says mass sub backups. Insert the backups at every position for offense and defense. Yes. Now, do we have some backups in here? Oh, we do. There we go. All right, it worked. So apparently you just have to hit it and then hit it a 2nd time. So that is going to be a deep throw. He's got so much speed on him, and he's going to make the catch. A huge play over top of him for a massive gain. Wow, what a throw from the backup quarterback. Fantastic throw from him. It's going to be nice to kind of learn some of these backups' names. Sidney Porter, though, not a backup, gets in there to make the stop. Baron Hobson's going to end up getting the tackle, though, out of it. Got to try to be a little aggressive here, I think. Try to send, not like a little blitz. Oh, just terrible. Nick Sawyer not doing anything on defense there. Literally just sat still and let Javonte Sherman get the touchdown. So they're going to end up getting a touchdown out of it. Matthew Beatty in here trying to block it. Doesn't get much. Well, we'll see how the 2nd team offense does. Get them a chance to get some playtime in here, get some stats. Gabriel Benyard get a chance to return the kick. Gets to the 14. Should have just let the thing stay in the end zone. Apparently Juan Kindred is our backup. Not a fan of that. because he's not doing well, so we need to take him out of the game. All right, I think we finally got all the actual backups in here and the non-injured players. And DJ Scott gonna run the ball again. Jeez, he is just having so much power out there. Gets another truck, and it is 3rd and 5. See what we can do to pick this thing up. Gonna have an open man, throws a nice completion, and Tykeem Wallace gets a nice little juke move and picks up the first, as we're gonna keep chewing some clock. Can we move Benyard over to the side? We can. Perfect. And get that run off. And just get another yard. You know, it's kind of nice seeing some of these backups. They don't really get a chance to play that often. And so it's cool to kind of learn some of their names, especially because some of them might actually be future starters on this team. I don't think many of them. As DJ Scott going to get a huge run, and he breaks it loose for a first down. He has been pretty effective. I mean, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's been decently effective for us. Quay Ashley, now this one, going to run the ball, and he's going to lose a yard. Not much on that one. It's going to pretty much bring us to the 2-minute warning. Needs about 11 rushing yards to get up over 100 yards rushing, which has been pretty much our main, persona this year. It's coming to 3rd and 2 now. This one might be a little bit dirty. But we're going to try. Being a little bit aggressive here. Throws it. Nice. To Kent, and Karsten Kent gets the catch. We pick up the first down, and we're going to have enough to be able to run the clock out here. We just need a 2-yard gain. And then that will give us the play we need. Gets 4 yards, and that will end this game. So 55-28 final score. Gave up a garbage touchdown with the backups in, or else it would have been a little bit worse. But hey, we got to get them some playing time so they improve to become starters someday. Ethan Vasco really showed out today. 385 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. Hopefully that helps a lot in keeping some of our players from transferring because of passing yards, as we really had a complete game against Middle Tennessee. Looking at the stats for the team, 23 for 34, 385, and 4 touchdowns for Ethan Vasco. Even Braden Bohannon coming in here and getting 36 yards, 2 of 2 for passing. Running wise, we had a lot of runners running the ball today. One that we didn't have run at all was Tavares Jones. Oddly enough, he had no attempts because he got injured on the first kickoff. Hate that. But anyway, Juan Kindred had 13 rushes, 58 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's had some efficiency issues with getting these big runs. He breaks tackles, he gets a lot of yards after contact. Seems like he could be the guy, but the problem is he's not consistent enough to break off these massive gains like Tavares is. Gabe Benyard, kind of same thing. His speed isn't enough. Now that we're kind of seeing these other guys that are faster, having Gabe back in there just makes it tough, and we just have not been successful with it. DJ Scott, though, he seemed like he was the best runner for yards average, and he really was, getting that touchdown, being put in as the backup. Christian Moss, 7 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. That's what we want from him every week. He needs to step up and be that guy, and today he was that guy. Blake Bohannon also getting 81 yards and a touchdown. DJ Scott with that 68-yard touchdown catch was huge. Nathan Leacock, 46 yards and a score. Defensively, overall, we played fine. Defensively, I think. Baron Hobson led the team with tackles. Donovan Westmoreland getting 4 TFLs and 2.5 sacks out of it. Baron Hobson with 3 TFLs also. Interceptions. We had quite a few interceptions. Jam Warren getting 2. One of them was terrible. Just a miscue. Jericho Washington just continuing to be a ball hawk as a sophomore, getting another pick. Sidney Porter and Jordan Young also getting a pick. Jordan Young's was also a pick 6, which is quite nice. And Terrence Hamilton gets 1 deflection. So we're advancing to the next week. And look at that, Justice Everett. Welcome the free safety, 4-star to the squad. Let's go. And hey, look at that, Clay D'Imperio? All right, we'll go with D'Imperio. But yeah, middle linebacker, another 4-star joining the squad. Let's go. Oh, and Esteban Virgin The left end coming to the team too. So 3 commits after that game. That's a massive, massive win for us, which is huge. Hey, and look at that. No longer red for transfer. They're now orange. So, hey, we're getting some nice times here. Got to keep passing the ball, though, to keep those guys. Jonathan Westmoreland getting CUSA Defensive Player of the Week with his 4 TFLs and handful of sacks. And he ends up also being the National Defensive Player of the Week. Tavares Jones falling down again to 3rd place. Just didn't even play last week because of injury potential, so hopefully he can avoid some injuries. So looking at recruiting, Kiki Azogwu, he is so far looking pretty solid for us. Virginia Tech starting to go after this guy, so that's going to be tough. But we are heading towards his top 3. Not a bad idea to schedule a visit potentially on this guy. I mean, we're getting a large amount of points. It's just if Virginia Tech throws in a visit right at the last second, might make it tough. Looks like we actually are gaining more than Florida now, for once, on Emmett Banks. We got Campus Lifestyle. Is that going to be enough to know what he wants, though, is the question. So we'll go ahead and look at our hard sell potentials. So could be this one, Hometown Hero. Could also be Campus Personality. Alright, so it's down to 2. So yeah, problem is we don't know enough about him yet, and that's just so unfortunate. I think our only shot is we're going to have to schedule a visit on this guy. Problem is it too late? I feel like it's not. I feel like we're gaining more than everybody else, so I feel like we do it. He likes proximity to home, so we're going to schedule it. Proximity to home. Get our visit in there. Week 13. It's coming up pretty soon. You know, it's, well, we just had week 10, so it's week 11 right now. We play 2 weeks until then. If we're gaining at that clip, we should pass Florida by that time. We're definitely going to be in the commit stage, and maybe it's just the perfect week to get him to commit to the team. So I think that's a worthwhile shot right there. Gained a ton for Tevin Sheets. Not able to do really anything else yet because we're not in the top 5 at this point, but we're gaining significantly more than Virginia Tech, so we're in a pretty solid spot. I think hopefully we're able to get to the top 5 by week 12 so that we can add another visit in and add the same visit week that Emmett Banks is coming into, and then they can have that little bonus together. Oh my. So apparently these guys really want Emmanuel Asamoah. They really, really want him. So I'm going to have to either go all out or give up at this point. We're going to kind of look through the rest of the guys. So we're like doing solid. I think we're doing solid here. I think we just jumped up there. It kind of looks like Indiana's gaining some points, but I don't think so. So we'll just leave it for now. Some of this is a guy we don't know too much about. Clyde Emery apparently locked us out, which is fine. So I think the move is we need to scout. We need to scout Asamoah and see if he's worth sending everything, because we are going to have to send everything. If we want this guy, it's send it all. So we'll scout him one time. We see his speed's going to be not good. Finesse move sitting at a 76. Why did that only give us 1? That's basically the worst it could possibly given us. Finesse move being a 76 is just not super ideal. From a strength standpoint, his strength has got to be bad too. I feel like he's not anything good at this point. Tackling is probably going to be good. Pursuit could be good. Speed's not going to be good. Yeah, I feel like it's not. I feel like he's not a worth it candidate for this. So I feel like he's one of the ones that we're going to remove off this board, I'm pretty sure. We'll give him one more scout, though, just to kind of see anything else. Strength is an 85. It's not great. Play rec is terrible. So yeah, now we're taking him off the board. He is not worth it. Sorry, Emmanuel, but you are removed. I feel like we have the hours. We might as well throw... All right, we're going to throw a visit on Kiki, because I mean, we have the hours. We might as well do a championship contender for him. We'll throw it on there. I don't think he's going to commit before it, so it's worth it, especially at Virginia Tech, because it looks like they did gain a decent amount. So if they start going after him hard, this 65 points really isn't getting us that much interest in the grand scheme of things. So somebody really could turn it on at the end. And I think getting this week 13 visit kind of solidifies that we're going to get the guy. Scout another corner here. Scout Matthew Sheed and see what he looks like. Change direction, agility, speed is just that low. I feel like that's an immediate no. We gotta have that speed off the charts, man. We can't be doing that. We'll do the rest of the scouting for this guy. 93 speed. See, that's better. That's more like it. That's what we are wanting. And look at this guy, 94 speed. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll offer scholarship and offer a scholarship and see if we can just kind of passively get some interest from those guys. And so, yeah, I think that's about where we're gonna leave recruiting for now. So we'll see how it goes next week. We're getting pretty close to getting a couple more commits here. And that is gonna pretty much end it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, I want you to look at one of these videos.